the reaction that we might want to give to the Chimoyo bombings in particular. We read this article to confirm Oibisa, to confirm that there was indeed Oibisa, to confirm that Oibisa was designed for women, which in itself is questionable. And we now have different accounts collaborating with what we are saying and corroborating what Tonderai has just said. Pregnant women were sent to Oibisa to give birth there. We have names of the women who were in charge at Oibisa. We have Comrade Feichung. We also have Comrade Mukungatu, who was at the time, who is still working at Rusape General Hospital. Maybe she's still there, we don't know. What this does is that ZANU-PF can no longer lie to us that there was no Oibisa. ZANU-PF can no longer lie that Oibisa was not for women. Because they are the ones who confirmed this. We know this, the editorial policy of ZANU-PF. You don't publish anything in the name of ZANU-PF without passing or running it through the seniors, so that it can be censored and it can be okayed. You can write it, you can now publish it. I'm sure it's not a smoking gun anymore. It's now something that people cannot say. Chiwenga says anything that comes into his mind. It's confirmed. Believers and friends, this matter is confirmed. Women were getting pregnant during the war. And we know of a surety that some of them got pregnant unwillingly, involuntarily. They were sexually assaulted. They were forced. They got pregnant. Some of them never saw their children at all. They only know that they gave birth. Some say those children, some of them were killed at birth. Some say they were donated. Some say they were given to different orphanages. There is a way to stop these speculations. The government of Zimbabwe should not stay quiet about this. It's not going to go away. We still have women, war veterans today. Comrade Mandishimene is still alive. Joyce Mjuru is still alive. Comrade Mukungatu is there. Comrade Feichung is there. And so many others. Some of them are still in government today. They have to come to the party and force their party to say, make a public admission that, of course, there were mistakes that were made, just like in any war. There's no war that is perfect. Otherwise, if there was perfection, there wouldn't have been a war in the first place. But we want our people to be healed. If you are a child today and your father or mother was born in the battlefront, there are certain behaviors in your father that do not describe who he really is, but that is the post-traumatic stress disorder associated with coming into this world, and the first thing you hear is the sound of a gun. There are certain women who never got the chance to show love to their children because they were traumatized. They never got any therapy. They never got any reconciliation. They never got any medical attention. They never got any apology. And the perpetrators are sitting in high offices. And these women are afraid to speak out. We cannot allow that to happen. And this is why I started with the red herring fallacy. Because this is a sensitive matter. And they are trying very hard to distract us from this matter by bringing up a lot of red herring issues. We will not capitulate. Mr. Mugabe was interviewed in 2013 by a man. We will see his name is Dalitambo. He ran a program titled People of the South. In that video, Mr. Mugabe lied before the camera. And you are going to see what he said and what constituted a lie. What stopped Mugabe from telling his mother that you have a grandson? Let me bring him and show you. The explanations given by Mr. Mugabe to Dalitambo in 2013 were a lie in front of camera. Politicians lie all the time. Mugabe was good at that. Yes, he was good at lying. There are so many things that Mugabe said that were true lies. We want to also show you that a man is also seen, the test of a man is seen when it comes to how much is able to stand up when it matters the most. There are people who say Mr. Mugabe was afraid that Grace would leave him. That is impossible. Grace was not a virgin when she became Mugabe's wife. She had a son with her ex-husband, which issue I don't want to address. There is Russell that Grace brought to the Mugabe family when she became Mugabe's wife. Mugabe at that time had no son, except that he was hiding Tonderai. And many others who were shut up in prison for claiming to be Mugabe's sons. So was Mugabe afraid of Grace? Those who talk about him being an intelligent man and a strong man and a decent man, can you please respond to what I'm saying now? I don't think you heard what Mr. Mugabe said. I know some of you love the hype and not the details, but the devil is in the details. Mr. Mugabe himself said, I was walking in the office and I saw a woman and made love to her. He did not say I proposed to her. Now, I don't know what is your definition of the phrase made love. Something that I don't think I should address with its particularities from this very platform. But in case you have a short memory, let us play it up to that very part only, so that you know Chiwenga did not miss here our president. Remember, this is the president who is prepped up before he goes before the camera. The talking points are written for him and he rehearses them. He discusses with the interviewer, don't ask me this question, don't ask me that question. He is the most powerful man in the country. I think the truth came out of him like diarrhea. Maybe he wanted to say, I decided to propose love to her. I hope he will appreciate my discretion. I would like to say, maybe it's the slip of the tongue, but it also raises a lot of questions. The reason why he married Grace was that she was the woman that she could marry that was closest to him. He said it. He said, I don't go around a lot. She was the one Arpa Duze. And I want you to think about it once, the second time, the third time, and ask yourself, I'm hearing a lion saying, if you are close and I'm hungry, you will be eaten. That's what I'm hearing. And I don't know if Mama Gucci watched this video, how she felt about it. The reason why I'm in this marriage, I was the closest available. Pastor, you are a lady. Would you like your husband to speak about you like this?
No, not at all. It would mean otherwise.
Because people like us who ask many questions. Questions like, is that the reason why Hilda Maeka was ended up being pregnant? Did she come close enough
to the range?
To the range? Unzwakaita close range. Iye munhu ataura ega pachena kuti kana zvikandibata ndikanzwa nzara ndisingade kumhanyisa ndongozotsvaga ari padhuze ndototsenga. We want to know whether Yuda Mayeka, Tonderai's mother, was close enough that as a man who doesn't go around very often, he helped himself. The third question is, how many secretaries who were close enough but who were not good enough to be his wife? This is the reason why sensitive information, you should only share it when you are still strong. You are able to be making the right judgment. I should say this, I should not say this. Mr. Mugabe kept himself a secret man for literally 95 to 99% of his life. When he was at the twilight of his life, he then decided, I must say a few things before I go. And then he ended up releasing more than enough information that then caused us to look deeper into his psychology, of course, and value system and all that. Mr. Number One in the country, you decide to take a woman who is another man's reject. Why? And this is something I'm still thinking about. I'm realizing that it's happening a lot these days. Our men are now in love with rejects everywhere they go. Something I'm still thinking about. I'm realizing that it's happening a lot these days. Our men are now in love with rejects everywhere they go. There was no desperation for Mr. Mugabe. To be honest, he wasn't a desperate man. That Biabona was getting older. Could have been a reason why he needed to marry another woman before Sally died. But that woman could not have been a woman who has just come out of another marriage. With a man serving in the military, where you are the commander-in-chief, we are looking at his value system. Mwana wako uyugurira zawe anengari mwana wako otorera mwana wako mukadzi mangwana oya oti good morning say inofamba say. Let's leave the morality of Mr. Mugabe's decisions aside. We wanted to talk about this in particular to show you that until he died, he never considered Tonderai a son that needs a father. And if Mr. Mugabe is the archetype of decency in ZANU-PF, whom do we expect to have done better? Tonderai is arrested, is told by the CIO, you are lucky, your father has confirmed you. Go home and stay quiet, otherwise, rupees kwa mkati. Otopinamba, tonde otu. Hai, mdara kariga mumbandi but ndapinda mukati pepe. Tonderai did not harm Mugabe in any way. He was just a child. His fault is that he was born. If he was able to unleash military intelligence on his son, how much did he harm his esteemed or labeled enemies? You can see when he was speaking Tonderai that he kept on saying, my father was difficult. You know, bad things could happen to you. Even Tonderai knew that my father is cruel. If I don't tread carefully, I might disappear. I want to submit to Zimbabweans that we are going to need to reset our nation to factory settings. This is not normal. And if we are normal, we mustn't be quiet about it. Everyone with a mouth must talk about this. Everyone with a social media account must write about this to hold our leaders accountable. Unless we are animals, all of us, you understand? When these nationalists and soldiers did not have political power to govern a nation, they were fighting the establishment of the Smith government. At a time when they did not have the police on their side, at a time when they did not have the judiciary on their side, at a time when they did not have every road to their side, they can man a roadblock anytime. They were a small army trying to dislodge a big army, but they already showed tendencies of cruelty, callousness, and and gross violations of people's rights and freedoms. And this is what we are saying, it should be discussed, because we have millions of people who fell victim to this matter during the war. Come 1980, these people gained political power. They now have all the courts on their side. They now have the police on their side. They now have the Air Force on their side. Remember when they were guerrillas, they did not have any Air Force. They had an Air Force when they won the election. How many people have been victimized to date by the same system? Because they've become more powerful now than they were in 1977, in 1976. In 1976, there were political refugees in Mozambique and Zambia. Now they are now the powers that be. How do you think they are dealing with our brothers and sisters? Just think about it.